Alright, finally, another death battle I actually give a shit about. Lex Luthor versus Doctor Doom. This is the one I thought they should have had the beginning for both Luthor and Doom. I mean, Vader going up against Doom. Just because Vader was inspired by Victor Von Doom doesn't mean he should go up against. He needs to go up against another super genius who's got some serious emotional issues, some borderline sociopathic and narcissistic traits, and that's Lex Luthor. As for who I'm rooting for, well, I got my Justice League t-shirt, so I'm on Team Luthor, even though I think he's got an uphill climb with this one. I don't know. Doctor Doom, as awesome as he is, as a iconic villain as he is, always came off to me as just as an arrogant asshole, just self-absorbed. It's like too deep into his feud with Reed Richards. Sure, you can argue that Lex Luthor is so jealous of Superman, has got the ongoing feud with Superman, but at least he can put that aside and get shit done sometimes. I mean, usually when he's got an Injustice gang or something going, or Secret Society or whatever, he's able to keep it together. It's like keep them from killing each other to get the job done, to the point that sometimes he can even bring Joker on and it doesn't mess things up too much, right? So yeah, I just find Luthor usually a more well-written, compelling villain than Doom. He usually just sticks with the Fantastic Four, whereas Luthor, well, then again, Doom has also threatened the entire Marvel Universe. I just think it's more interesting with Luthor because, unlike Doom, he has no superpowers. Yes, Doom has superpowers. He's got sorcery. Luthor usually's got nothing. He goes up against an alien demigod with just his machines and his wits. So let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go.
This episode of Death Battle is brought to you by Harry's. For a limited time, Harry's has an exclusive offer for viewers of Death Battle.
New customers can get a Harry starter set and a free body
Harry's.
wash
I remember
for
there was a
just
Harry
$3
seafood
at
bar and grill around this
harrys.com/death.
place.
That's over a
The radio
$16 value for
commercials
just
went like,
$3.
"Welcome to Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill." I think they replaced it with a Mellow Mushroom, which is a pizza chain around here. And this is about razors.
It's an
Yeah, I
incredible deal,
shaved
but
already
as
earlier this
supplies
morning. I'm
last. Go to
fine.
harrys.com/death to redeem your offer.
Oh, that's nice. Have the word death associated with a sharp object you're selling as your product. Just saying, just
Lex
saying.
Luthor, CEO of LexCorp and nemesis to Superman.
And Dr.
Well, sometimes you
Doom,
started out as
just
a mad scientist.
The Fantastic Four.
The intellect of these two evildoers is unmatched in their own worlds.
But what happens when the geniuses of these spiteful nerds collide? He's Wiz and I'm...
That's what I want to find out,
Start
damn
to
it.
analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh yeah, they briefly showed the
In the city,
movie
of
Doctor
Metropolis,
Doom, the only
soaring
good one
above
so
all
far.
other
Anyway,
structures,
we're talking about
one
Luthor
can
now
fly
anyway.
atop the tallest building in L.
Who's the dickbag that decided to literally hang that L over everyone's head? Just the one and only Lex Luthor.
Born and raised in Smallville, Kansas, Lex's early life
Would be my
was
favorite DC villain if it wasn't for
complicated. His father,
Parallax.
Lionel, was a scientist
Comics
who,
Parallax, not the
through
movie
his
Parallax,
experiments
don't
on
worry.
Martian Manhunter.
When the lid was cracked on this evil science operation, asses had to be covered. So Lex and his old man got a convenient memory wipe, reducing Lionel to an alcoholic and setting Lex down a path to get away from his deadbeat dad. Right there with you, bud.
But because this is comics, that's just Lex's story in one continuity.
In another, he's a mad scientist. In another, he's a self-made billionaire. And in yet another, he was friends with Superboy until Superboy made him bald. No wonder this guy's so cynical.
Regardless of which Lex we're talking about, he hates Superman. In his eyes, if Superman continues to exist, humanity will become weak and reliant on him, and ultimately perish. Supposedly.
Ever since Soups flew into town, he's been
Or that's a
Lex's
convenient
undoing.
for an excuse
also his
to
driving force in creating technology.
try to get rid of someone who
Chief among them
could
being
always going to be
his
more powerful
war
than him.
This bad boy comes equipped with loads of goodies. A force field, electroblasts, missiles, a chest laser, and wrist blades for all your Batman shanking needs.
Lex has utilized many different energy sources for his suits, but his newest and greatest
Was that a
is
mother
the
box?
Mother Box. A nigh
Yep, I was right.
piece of new god technology.
See, I know
with
comic
which
stuff.
Lex can create energy beams, repair his suit, and teleport via quantum folding.
The suit can survive a planet exploding and lets old Lex go toe-to-toe with Superman.
Oh yeah, I remember reading that one.
It is
That was
questionable if his suit is directly comparable to
that was
Superman
almost
going
right
all
before
out,
Crisis on
especially with
Infinite
his reliance
Earth.
on kryptonite. But Lex has used it to fight with other DC powerhouses.
Like this orange Bugman Larfleeze, who's basically a one-man Lantern Corps. You know, that band of green boot stompers who can cross the universe in under an hour.
Knowing DC has a universe at least 100 trillion light years across, this would require a speed over 5 quintillion times the speed of light.
Or how about the time Green Lantern Kyle Rayner held back the big frickin' bang?
Much of Lex's tech is relegated to the war suit, but he does have on-hand gadgets too, such as a heat ray, robot replicas called Lexbots, and a special barrier that temporarily turns anything it touches to
Yeah, because Doom has them
It
too,
turns
so why
it
not?
2D, huh? That sounds like a weeb's wet dream. How does that work?
It's rather simple, actually. By applying higher dimensional physics to a simple 2D grid, we can
Oh, the
replicate
Rocky and
and place
Bullwinkle
the form of a
movie.
three-dimensional
I actually like
object
that.
into a lower,
I never did check out the Amazon reboot.
Wow, I knew the old squirrel diet was a good idea. Unlike Lex's 80s tech, he's not all two-dimensional. Sure, he's had his squabbles with Superman, but after Supes died, not when he punched the gray guy when he blew up this punk Denny, he gained a newfound respect for the Man of Steel and took up his mantle. Maybe he isn't the bald
For a
psycho everyone
time.
thinks he is.
Doubtful. Lex's actions, both good and bad, tend to stem from one thing. He really wants to be Superman himself.
He jellied. It would explain why he made the Everyman Project, an experiment meant to turn normies into superhumans.
Unfortunately, Lex's genes were not compatible. He still went through the procedure, but even after some voluntary organ harvesting, he only had 6 months to live.
Wow, Lex really does want to be Superman, even if it kills him.
But if Lex can't be Superman, he might as well make himself the one person that super citizen has to answer to. Which is why Lex decided to, what else? Run for president.
Can you imagine a president who's an evil billionaire and hates aliens? So unrealistic.
Lex was already a nihilist. With no real attachment.
I'm not
He
touching
became
that one
all
right
the worse
now.
when He learned he could neither be nor control Superman. Take, for example, the time he made a cure for his sister's terminal illness,
Well, that doesn't seem so bad.
and then reinfected her with that same illness seconds later, just to prove he could.
Jesus Christ! Never mind, he's evil. Why would anyone work for this guy?
Lex's outlook on life actually gained a big following. After traveling millions of years into the future, because comics, Lex saw a world where his goals became reality, where people quit aspiring to the impossible standards of superheroes, instead embracing who they were deep down. Selfish and greedy animals.
So he literally inspired a philosophy around being the opposite of Superman.
Apparently. Isn't it ironic, though, that even those who chose to follow Lex's ideals called this philosophy
Yeah, basically Aslick shrugs or
I
something.
guess Lutheran was already taken. Anyways, his fanboys from the beginning consider it their
Cute, good
doom.
one,
But to
Boomstick.
Lex, his ideals are everything. And to his credit, they have seen him through some pretty heavy stuff.
like outsmarting Brainiac, getting tortured by Joker?
And getting shot out of a helicopter by a gorilla. Don't worry, somehow he got better.
Even completely stripped of everything, standing before an almighty god, Lex Luthor will continue to defend his ideals. This harbinger of doom is truly beyond comprehension. Or so he says.
Who is it, Superman?
Lex Luthor, the greatest criminal mind of our time.
At
I kinda
first
prefer the
glance,
spacey
Latveria appears to be a humble
Luthor,
nation
but then I did,
located in the
and
center
that
of
stuff
Europe.
came out, and yeah,
But
I'll
within
shut
its
up now.
borders may be the greatest threat the world has ever known.
That threat being the malevolent king, Dr. Doom.
But Doom did not start out as a king. Born as a Romani, Victor Von Doom had a tumultuous childhood.
Good, they didn't say
After
gypsy.
his mother's soul was taken by the demon Mephisto, and his father died
Oh,
on
that's
the run
a-
from an
that was a
evil
little
bear.
explicit.
Doom did what any mad scientist would do, and began making inventions.
Like his own robot replicas and Marvel's favorite retcon device, the Doombots. That sounds familiar.
The technical wonders he made, while also scamming people, were so great the Empire State University offered him a scholarship.
And so began a good old college try by Doom.
There, Doom built a device to communicate with his mother in the underworld. But because of a miscalculation that may or may not be thanks to the thing, it blew up in his face. literally.
It's okay, though. After the explosion gave him a nasty scar, Doom ventured to Tibet, where some monks did him a solid and helped him build a suit of armor.
Made from a mastery of science and mysticism,
And that's what really fucked up
Doom's
his
titanium
face.
armor goes beyond the wonders of ordinary technology and into the absurd.
It's the Swiss Army knife of power armors, complete with electrical blast, a device that scrambles brain neurons, and a laser staff that doubles as a technovirus.
I remember use that against
Full power, the
Colossus.
suit can break through an adamantine coffin, and allegedly contains
Damn.
the of the cross that Jesus Christ himself
This is
was
why
crucified
Luthor's
on.
definitely gonna have an
Just in
uphill
case
battle.
a pesky Dracula comes your way. Which he did. With this suit, Doom easily conquered Latveria and overthrew the Baron who gave him so much trouble years back. Aha! Take that, asshole!
Seeing how prosperous his rule was, Doom thought if he could make Latveria better by conquering it, why not make the whole world better by conquering it?
Well, I mean, a Panther God did say he should. Too bad he was always stopped by the Fantastic Four.
And their leader, Reed Richards, also known as Mr. Fantastic.
The only man who can match his
Put it lightly,
intellect.
Doom frickin' hates him. One time, when Doom was being pulled into hell, rather than try to escape eternal torment, all he wanted to do was burn and scar Reed's face.
To Doom, Reed Richards
remember
is a
that
man
too.
of unquenchable vanity and unmitigated arrogance, consumed by his own ego at the cost of everyone around him.
Yeah, I think Doom might be projecting a bit there.
Though he has failed many times to conquer the world, Doom certainly has the arsenal to do so.
Antimatter guns, bombs that transmute things to chrome, a molecular expander that turns tiny particles into boulders, and time shift bombs that'll send you several seconds into the past.
But his most interesting gadget is the Cosmic Power Siphon. While not particularly fashionable, at least before he implemented it into his suit, the siphon has absorbed and stolen the powers of numerous cosmic entities.
You might be asking, if Doom has all these gadgets, why doesn't he use them more
Oh, the
often?
94
Well, in
Doom.
his own
Never
words,
did see that
Doom's
movie. I
reasons are
should.
his own. Do
Can't
not
be any worse than the
question them.
2015 one.
Doom is more than just a scientist. He's also a magician. In fact, a contender for Sorcerer Supreme.
Told you, that's his
As such,
superpower.
he can employ all manner of magic spells. Barriers, teleportation, mystical energy blasts, etc.
And if he ever wants to Freaky Friday a foe, he can use a mind swap technique he took from the Ovoids to switch bodies.
Like this.
Oh, how do you walk with these scrawny legs? This one isn't even a gun.
Why are there 6 of you? Am I drunk? Dummy! They ain't just back.
It should come as no surprise that a multi-classing nerd like Doom
Okay, that was
has taken on
funny.
some of Marvel's toughest heroes.
He's faster than Reed Richards, who reacted to interstellar beams fired by Galactus, and has even deflected Thor's hammer.
The same hammer that flew Thor across the universe in seconds.
Knowing Marvel's universe has a diameter of at least 1 trillion light years, Mjolnir must have been moving over 2 quintillion times the speed of light.
And that's not even getting into Doom's battles with the Green Universe Clapper, the Hulk.
Or the no-holds-barred punch he took from Sentry with only 7% of his suit's power left.
With so much tech and magic, it's a wonder Doom ever loses.
Well, for all his achievements, Doom does have one insurmountable weakness.
His ego.
Squirrels.
I knew it!
Oh, that
Little
too!
bastards but me. But hey, as long as he stays on Bucktooth's good side, he should be alright.
He also has a bad habit of just losing godlike power at the worst of times.
Like when his control over the Power Cosmic was taken by a plot-convenient cosmic energy-stealing super airplane.
Still, Doom persevered and became the God Emperor of everything. Until Mr. Fantastic stole his powers away.
Oh boy, if Doom already hated Reed, what did he think of him after that?
Surprisingly, Doom's time as a god caused an epiphany of sorts. He looked back on his actions, his ego finally shattered, and in his reflection was left with a desire to fix his ways.
So he took up the role of Iron Man of all people, stopped being so world-conquery, and became a good guy.
Just for a little bit, don't worry, he was back to being a maniacal would-be conqueror soon enough.
Comic
Yeah, with the
book
Fantastic
status
Four
quo.
reboot in the comics, I've been
Seems a
reading
literal
that.
multiverse scale
He tried to capture
intervention
Galactus
couldn't
and
keep
siphon
Doom
his
from
power.
being Doom.
Your plan to destroy
And
them
capture the
has
Fantastic
failed,
Four, and then
Master.
Sue Storm was a real asshole to him, and just, while he was broadcasting to the whole world, made his armor invisible so the whole world saw his mangled face.
All right, the
Don't
combatants are
fuck with
set.
the Invisible
We've run the
Woman,
data
just
through all
saying.
possibilities.
But first, if you want to be as bold and confident as Lex and Doom, try out Blue Chew.
You know, it takes a lot of bravery to compete
Oh,
with one of our
God,
Democrats.
this!
It's in the name. Death battle? Fight to the death?
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of
Wait,
confidence
is
to
this
make that
what I think
difficult
it is?
decision. But you know it isn't a hard decision and gives you confidence in the bedroom? Blue Chew's tablets.
Oh,
Heck of a
okay, at
segue,
least
But you are right. This
they're not
episode
using
Death
this
Battle
for
is
like a
sponsored
fight,
by Blue
the
Chew.
Batgirl and Spider-Gwen. Why did they have to advertise this product there? Why?
Tablets combat all forms of ED and can help men gain extra confidence for when it's time to perform. Blue Chew is an online prescription service, and you know what that means.
No visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy, and it comes in a discreet package. So even your mail couriers who know all your secrets won't know what's up, or not up, so to speak.
It's also easy to get set
Oh,
up.
ha ha ha,
Just sign up at
boomstick.
BlueChew.com using our code BATTLE, of course. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers to find the right ingredient and strength for you, and you'll get your prescription in days. It's all online.
And we've got a special deal for our viewers. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code BATTLE at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code BATTLE to receive your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this episode. But right now, it's time for a death battle!
I think Doom's gonna win, but I'm seriously rooting for Luthor. We're going 2D, oh well. They both have 3D models, but okay.
Your company has invaluable resources for the people of Latveria. I will be seizing them.
Latveria? What an exquisite place to start a corporatocracy.
Alright, here we go.
You wretch!
Pathetic.
Of course. He's got the war suit already. Yep, here we go.
A mechanical replica.
It's called a Lex bot, you knuckle-dragging buffoon.
Its design is rather ingenious. Not as ingenious as mine, of course. But enough talk. Let us end these charades.
With
Enough talk, have at you! I think Luthor might have the edge in combat prowess, but I'm not sure.
two-dimensional morphographic technology. I haven't perfected it, but it's more than enough to exterminate an imbecile like you.
Uh-oh, this can't be good.
An imbecile like you.
Oh, the time. Alright, this is where the video cut off before, so...
Now, what does?
Alright, we're getting all Marvel vs. Capcom up in this shit. Yeah, I'm re-recording this commentary because the webcam video I recorded before decided to fuck out, but whatever. That's not going to contain someone who has the strength to fight Superman, or never mind, that's right.
Impossible.
Impossible. That word has no meaning for someone like me. What a
Problem is, it's pretty much the same thing for Doom. He said so himself, and he's right.
That box. It's marvelous and wasted on your incompetence.
Yeah, don't ever underestimate Doom. Ever. Wow, we went all Orange Laner all of a sudden. What? Okay.
A Superman.
Yeah, this is why I like Luthor so much. Second favorite DC villain behind Parallax.
Show your true face the light of day!
Don't you see? That mask is.
Yeah, he realized no defense against this. Ugh. Quit hitting yourself! Quit hitting yourself! Quit hitting yourself! Yeah, I was so bummed that Luthor bit it like this, but like I said, I knew against Dr. Doom, even for Luthor, it was going to be an uphill battle. He's frickin' Doom. As much of an insufferable asshat as Doom is, you gotta respect that
Having a slight
you don't
advantage
fuck
in a
with
smaller
him.
suit by most measures, Lex was able to hold his own with Doom for a time.
And sure, Lex could counter some of Doom's arsenal, but he couldn't defend against being transmuted to chrome, being blasted with antimatter, or getting his nerves scrambled from the inside.
What's more, Lex's mind has been swapped before, once with Superman, funnily enough.
Meaning if things got desperate, there was nothing to stop Doom from pulling a Captain Ginyu on Lex and swapping their minds.
Lex's mother box was certainly a powerful device, but he never quite mastered all of its potential. Not to mention, Doom's ace in the hole, the cosmic power siphon, has drained and stolen similar energy sources time and time again.
Galactus, Silver Surfer, and even the friggin' Beyonder. Yeah, I know, this mulleted doofus doesn't look like much, but he...
Yeah, the Beyonder, you don't fuck with him either. An encounter with him even shook Nightcrawler's faith in God. No frickin' joke.
No way, the Mother Bugs could stand up to a device like that.
Thus, it was only a question of if Doom could bide his time before turning the tables on Lex.
And given all the beatdowns he's survived from Marvel heavy hitters like Hulk and Sentry, I'd say Doom had that time.
Lex's tech was an impressive challenge that had the stats to contend with Doom, but against Doom's bewildering gadgets, magical trickery, and
Oh well,
power
once
stealing
again, my
sight,
boy,
the advantage was
just
in
like with
the
Sailor Galaxy and Hulk, my boy just bit it. Oh well.
Hopefully Lex isn't a sore Luthor.
The winner is
And those were
Dr.
actually some good puns. And
Watching this
next...
episode of Death Battle. Come back next week to see previews of our upcoming matchups. If you want to watch more stuff, you can click the boxes right around here, and you can always pick up some DB merch at store.roosterteeth.com.
Yeah, Tekken, which I never really cared for. It held my attention as a kid, because Nina Williams was hot, but... King of Fighters, I don't know. I don't really play it myself, but a friend of mine has been going through every Monday streams of SNK fighting games, and I've really gotten an appreciation for King of Fighters, so I'm going to stick around. I'll be rooting for Geese, because fuck Tekken.